Hi, it's Kelsey from Junk Journal Magic. The other day I made a micro journal. It's a tiny nature journal. That's very basic and plain. I added a few little things, but today I thought I'd show you how I take all these little bits and random things. I went around for hours looking for stuff, and this is what I came up with to try to hurry and show you what I do to decorate a little junk journal. I will have the link to the first tutorial for making a micro journal in the description below. And if I mention anything else, I will put those links in the description below as well, like something else I've done, and it's easier for you to go watch it there. But I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible today. I don't want another 40-minute video, but it's going to be long if you really want to learn how to make one. So thank you for everyone who sat through a 40-minute video. Okay, I think what I'll start with is this back page, this cover page. I already have this pocket here, but I thought I could have a belly band over here. This was a piece of decorative slick, I'm not going to say glossy, definitely satin cardboard packaging that came with something I bought, and it's got leaves. I don't know if you can see the partial bits of leaves on here, but I thought that'd be cool for a nature journal. So let me see. That'll work right there. Of course, most people won't look at that tiny little bit of leaf and think, that's a leaf. But hey, I'm going to do it anyway. So what I thought I would do, I didn't get my stapler. Need my tiny adapter. So we're so lucky Tim Holtz thought of this thing. But I'm just going to staple it on really quickly because we're trying to do this fast. And I'm going to snip this side off where it's flush with that cover edge. And then I'm going to staple that. And I don't normally staple things, but sometimes it's just really a nice change. And it doesn't look awful here. I'm always worried about the aesthetics of it. So you don't really see it. And I am going to pick something in here. That doesn't fit so well. Oh, here's a little piece of paper. It's an offcut from a children's book illustration. And it's blank on this side, so I folded it in half. And as my favorite junk journaler who makes micro journals says, that's enough space right there for all of your journaling needs. So it goes right in this little belly band. And I just love her logic. So this little tuck here, well, it's a pocket too, but I just put this noteworthy word, and it's in a it's on a long enough piece of paper where you could fold this end and make a flip, like, where is it? I know I put it in over here somewhere. A flip. Here's one fine day, and it flips up. That way you can write underneath it or whatever, and you could write on the back side of the flip. Isn't that fun? Then I know I wanted to use some of this. I had been stamping and putting the vintage photo around the edges of paper and doing all sorts of things on a piece of notebook paper with whatever I was inking right on top of it. So I got this kind of wild, grungy looking mess, and it had a bunch of little leaves and things and vines. So what I decided to do was tear it up and use it for other things. And I thought I'd put a piece of it in here because this is a nature journal, and this is like a little glimpse of nature. So, where can it go? I want to put it somewhere where if it covers something up, it's probably a spot that you can't write on. So I thought I would cover up some place that you can't write, just because you're so limited in space where if someone really wanted to write in here, they could. So maybe we'll put it there. I kind of like that, yeah. And I don't think I need a pocket right there, but I'm going to use art glitter glue because I like it. I've noticed a lot of people are using other glues now, but this one works for me, so I'm going to stick with it. There's that. And then, oh, I found some little leaves. These would be really cute somewhere sticking out of the pages. Oh, maybe I'll put one right there. It would be nice if I could do something unique with it, though, and not just have a leaf sticking out. Maybe right here. Oh, that's cute, too. I could have it where something could tuck up underneath there. What about this? This is the label for Tazo tea that's hanging on the little string that's attached to the tea bag, and it became somewhat inked with the dye from the tea. And if you do this, you have a little journaling spot, as my favorite junk journaler says, for all your junk journaling needs. So that would be cool. I could put this leaf here where it can't stick out too much because it has to fit back into this box. That's the only problem. And I know I set all these things out to remember to look for places to use them, but let me find a spot for this leaf. I might have to cut the stem off a little. It all came off, but who cares? It still looks like a leaf. That might work. Yes, it will work. So if I glue it around that top edge and the side edge, I'll have a tuck up underneath there. So let's see if I can do that. I have to remember which sides to glue. Then we'll come over here and we'll glue it right down like that. And then something can go up in there. Was I just saying I was going to put a specific thing there and now I can't remember? Oh, this. Isn't it cute? Let's see. Oh, it won't fit. That's okay. There's something here that will fit in there. I just have to look for a second. That might work. But I wonder if it'll still fit inside there. In the little box. Let me see if it all works. It could. It feels a little stiff in there, though. I bet it's that leaf. That leaf is pretty bulky. But hey, this is a nature journal. You need a leaf in there. Oh, I could put a tiny tag. See, you can take a tag, use your tiny hole punch a hole in it. Or, I'm sorry, a little piece of paper with a tiny hole. And then just slide it in there. Isn't that great? So, any larger piece can be cut down into a tiny piece. And then you could cut your corners off if you want. I'm not going to do that. Slide it right in. There you go. That works, and it's still not too bulky. It is bulky because when you close the page, you can see there's a lot of space taken in there. But that's all right. It's a leaf, and leaves are very important in nature. So here's a page. What could we put on there? I want to use this. Where could I put that? Maybe right there. I'll leave that there until I get there and then decide what I want to do with it. But this is next to the frog. Frogs are in water. What if we put this here and it says waters? Kind of like maybe I could make it a little narrower. Oh yeah, that's much better. Let me ink that little edge where it won't match all the way around. Frogs are in the water, so that's perfect. Okay, maybe the frog needs a little something over here too. I don't know. I don't like that so much. The pink one is cool, but it's got that bead. I don't know if I want to pick that off. What if I take some green vine and put it right there. I like that. What do you think? Or I could use this end and make it look more like something crawling around. Oh yeah, I like that better. I see where I can trim it right here. And then there's that. And then that leaf will poke off, so we've got to snip off this little leaf right here. And you don't throw that away. You might need it in a tiny journal, so you save that little leafy bit just in case. Now what I'm going to do is try to get glue on this side. There's another technique I learned that's really good, but we'll wait and see if I can get this done without having to get glue all over my hand, which is the technique. Okay, let me get this back on here. Then I could use tweezers, but I'm too lazy to lean over and grab them. You know how that goes. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. Make sure I didn't get glue everywhere. So it's just some layers. And this little bit of netting came off something like maybe something we bought at the grocery store in the produce section. And I just took my stapler, I twisted it in the center once or twice, and then I just stapled it right on there. It's that simple. So let's see if we can find something to stick in the water's belly band. Oh, that almost fits. It does. It stays beneath the edge, the top edge of the cover, so it'll fit in our little box. So this could be a journaling spot. And you might think there's not much room on there to journal. Hey, I could make another one. I think I cut this out with a die. I don't know if I want to change it. I think I'll leave it like that. Maybe I'll put a little butterfly on here. That would be cute. It could fly above the waters. Ha ha ha. But that's cute. Oh yeah. That's cute. And what's next? I know we passed something back here. I feel like I need to go back and find it. Okay, what else can we do? I put a bee back here, and it's cute. It's got a name and address and phone number, so you could actually fill that in if you wrote really small. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to write anything in there that's kind of a person put their name there, whoever's writing in this journal. Okay, what's next? I have some stickers that I made just stamping on sticker paper. You can usually tell because the backs are usually yellow on the sticker papers that I use for the most part. But this time it's a little different paper. I can tell my allergies are kicking in again because I went outside to the grocery store this morning. But I am going to, wait, maybe I'll just do this. I'll clip off that end first, and then we'll know exactly what we're dealing with. It's easier to do it this way. I don't know where that end went, but it's somewhere up here. If it went on the floor, my Siamese cat will eat it, so I may never see it again. That cat is crazy. Okay, peel off. I got it. Come on there. This is the only bad thing about stickers. They always give you a horrible time when you try to peel the backs off. So I want my sticker base at the very edge of the bottom of the page, and then the side of it right in that crease where the fold is. That's cute. I like that. So what's next? Oh, let's use some washi. I have lots of washies that have little tiny prints of things. I thought that'd be cute. Maybe we could put some washi over here somewhere. I felt like there was a page. Oh, right here. Maybe this one will look good with this piece of washi. Maybe if I make it diagonal somewhat. and put it at the top. And then snip off that little extra bit. Yeah, that's better. Now, to make sure this gets into the trash can because of the Siamese cat. Okay, oh, here's a little piece of gold. Oh, I like that. But I think we need that toward the end because I have the green vine up here with the gold back there. And this flower might look good with that. So what's left? Here's a little piece of trim. Where can we put some trim? I want something else right here. Maybe a little piece of sparkly paper. No. Ooh. About one of these top value stamps from days gone by. That would be cute there. Need something else. Maybe it could be like a mini collage. What else could we put? Ooh, we could put this round thing. It's a little decorative architectural piece. It's not a button. It looks like one. I don't really like that round thing. Could put some green with it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this will work. Ooh, what about that? This is a pretty piece. Embossed. That's kind of cool. I wonder if I could use it as like a little tuck. Let's do that. So I wanted to glue this side and the bottom. That. So we could put something in there. I have a little tag. Don't I have another one? I have two. This one might be too big for that. That one could go right in there. And that could just be a little writing spot because you could journal your heart out on here. That's a nice little journaling spot. There, we'll leave it right there. Okay, let's keep going. Can we put some more washi somewhere? I like this one. This is one of my favorites. I don't know if you can see the flowers on it. I love this washi. So let's find a place for washi. Ooh, nope, won't fit there. Could put a little piece right here. I'll show you in just a second. There's a little piece of washi on a blue spatter page. The splatters are really nice. Let me move that. Let me put some glue on it. Okay, I just put Uhu on the back of this piece of washi, and I'm going to put it on the edge over here, line it up with the edge of the page, and then I'm going to snip this little bottom off because I don't want anything sticky hanging over the edge. It's not even on there very neatly, like straight, but I don't mind if it's a tiny bit crooked. Don't mind at all. But see, that's cute. I love that washi. Okay, what else can we do? I have a little piece of paper that says Woodland. It was obviously scrapbook paper from somewhere. I wonder what I could do with that. I could make a nice, straight, neat and tidy. I gotta get one more side, one more edge here, straight and perfect, as perfect as possible. What could I do with that? Ooh, it could just be a word I use. I don't have to make a tag. It's ridiculous how much you have to overthink everything for one of these tiny little journals. Okay, Woodland. Where can Woodland go? Ooh, maybe cute right here. No, I like to see the flower. I think the flower looks good. We could put Woodland right here. Just a tiny little one. Maybe if I cut off all the excess. Okay. Tiny little word woodland. Now that won't look bad anywhere. I wish I had a little page where it, it would look good there. Okay, now I have a journal here. I don't want a word just like that, like a little piece of washi. I don't want that too close, but I guess this isn't too close. I think that works. I wonder if it goes sideways. Is there enough room there? Oh, it does. I'll put that down there. Oh, I like that a lot. So, you just keep grabbing a little piece and seeing if you can find some place to put it. And eventually, you'll be like, oh, there's nowhere left to put much of anything. And you'll stop. And sometimes that comes 2 or 3 days after you start, and you think, am I ever going to finish? Because these tiny little books take forever to finish. What's left? Okay, let's keep moving backward here toward the end. That's cool like that. There's a bee. Can we have a little leaf somewhere? It's kind of cute. Maybe I'll put that little leaf right there. Just because it's green paper I cut out. And why not use every little piece if I can? I'm telling you, I watch Artymaze do this, and it's just unbelievable what she does. Okay, this needs to be going up, so I'm going to turn it where I see it going upward, just to make sure I get it in the right spot, because I glue the thing, some things like pockets and things on the wrong corners because I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Yeah, you'd think I'd learn. What about this one? We could put this gold leaf right here and have a flower at the top. That's cute. Oh, I like that. Okay. Should I staple it? I can. There's nothing important right back here. So this is where everything gets a little kooky, because you have to be careful and try to get everything set up correctly to do it. Now, there's that. I might put a little bit of glue right under here. I don't know how well art glitter glue holds fabric trim like that. And it's probably some sort of plastic trim. But here we could put this little flower right there. And the butterflies next to it. Yeah, that was working for me. I really should get the tweezers. Okay, it doesn't really cover up the butterfly too much. Doesn't that sound terrible? Not too much. Maybe if I move it a tiny bit that way, the butterfly, yes, the butterfly will be more visible. There we go. There's that. So on this page, what else do we have down here? Oh, I have some flowers like this. This was another, I have a very large stamp, and I stamp a large section of pages, like music paper and vintage pages I get out of books that have some writing on them. So this is a real good use for large stamps if you want a pattern. And this was floral, so it works in the nature journals. Oh, I need to put something here. What can go in there? That won't fit. Okay, keep looking. I'll keep looking. This page, ooh, that could work on here. It could be a little flip. It could flip outward. Yeah, it doesn't cover the whole page, but that's all right. Ooh, before I forget, this, oh, that could go right there. What do we want? We can make that a flip. That way you could use the space underneath it if you just had to write something down. And this is a larger little area. It's like, oh, you know what, no, I did it right. Thought I did it wrong. This is up. This is the up, and I have to check because I'll glue it upside down. There we go. And now there's a tuck. More real estate for journaling your heart out. There you go. That's perfect. So I'll leave that there. And what else? I had this flower. I forget what I was doing, so it's kind of like I go back and I start over. I like that washi. Let me see. I have some more washi. This one is yellow also. I have a ton of washi. This is not all I have. I just picked out what I thought would look good in this book. And let's see if there's a page here. What was that? Oh, okay. There's the hummingbird. So, maybe on the back of the hummingbird we could use some of this floral washi. I have to pull that off too. Oh, that works. It's just a little color, a touch of color. A little flower there, but what could I put in the middle to replace this bulky little bead? Look, I'm calling this tiny little seed pearl bead bulky. Oh, here's a flower. That's cute. Oh, I like that. Let's see. Maybe I should use Oohoo. And that would be cute. Let me get the extra glue off the edge right there, maybe. Yeah. I do not stick sparkly flowers on much of anything. So, I finally used a sticker. I must have had these for 10 years. So, and there was one sheet. Look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 things gone. Isn't it 5? There's another circle gone. Isn't that crazy? I see things sparkly and flashy at the store and buy them and never use them. I don't understand. I don't know what possessed me. Okay, this one, here's a little tuck. It's a mushroom. And we can slide that little Tazo tea bag label underneath there. So now there's a secret journaling tag spot. Love it. Love it. And I have those tiny little paper clips. Where are they at? Where are my paper clips? Now I can't find. Oh, here they are. I can do this. Let me see. Oh, good. It didn't bother anything on the back side. Isn't that cute? I can also tie some string on there. I have some string here. What time is it? It's my pile of trash. It's getting late and taking too long. Let's see. Maybe this could go into here. It could be a little journaling spot, like a tiny little note card, paper, whatever. I'll put it in here with this bird and the noteworthy paper. So that's extra stuff to write on. And this one, I don't have a lot left. I do like this little cat, but it's a sticker. Maybe I'll leave it in there for someone to fussy cut and use wherever they want it in their book. So where can we put little cat? Ooh, we could put him right here on this side of the little paper clip. Oh, he's cute. I like him. He's got those great big kooky eyes. Aww. Little cat's very cute. I've got the set of these stamps from Temu. And he's the one I like. I'm not so big and keen on these others. But my daughter plays with them a lot. And here's a lot more little journals that you just keep around and add things to whenever you get things. So it's like a works in progress that never end. Okay, I was going to use some of this. It is a yarn, a funky yarn. And I wanted to put a piece of it somewhere in the journal. That way, I could twist it. I could get it where it's green and yellow. These other two pieces are just fine. Going back in the tub of stuff for later But here we could put something sticking out where it was a pretty color to go along with our journal theme. I don't like it there. Maybe put it up here. It actually goes with that washi. That means I need to put a paper clip. I need a staple right there. So let's hope it works, because I can't see what I'm doing. Or maybe I could use this and put it on there. Yeah, that would work. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to try to get this yarn through this hole. You know, and there's just times there are things you should do before the video begins, so you don't have to. Oh, it went right through. Isn't that nice? But those are things I try to do before I start recording. I am going to put a tiny staple there. Perfect. That's perfect. Okay, so that can just slide in wherever you want it to be in the book, and it will have a nice little puffy fluffy stuff sticking out the top. Now look how thick that is. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it back in the matchbox. Let's see. Oh, there's that string I was talking about. But this is just one of those nice little videos to show you what you can and shouldn't do. And I should have been more careful watching the thickness of my little journal. But let's see. Maybe I can get this back on here. This sleeve might have a little give to it and might be kind enough to slide on. Let's hope. It worked. There's a little bit of fluff sticking out, but I can live with that right now. I better stop adding things to it. But you can see what I used. Just random little bits of things. And words. That ribbon might have been better than that yarn. This sort of thing you cut out with the die. And I go in and I just carefully cut until I liberate a flower, so I can use it wherever I want to put a flower in my book. That would be cute, maybe. On the cover. I don't like that color on the cover. But yeah, maybe a dark one would look good on there. I'm not going to add that right now. I'm going to stop because I gave you a lot of ideas. And you can go in and decorate your own little matchbook journal. Just be careful to watch how thick it's getting. Thanks a lot. Have fun.